what I would like to do today, if we can do, is just get a bit of an idea of your experiences with the IDD and your issues that you've had with your back, and obviously the history that you've had with the back, just so that we can give people an idea of how you've progressed with the IDD and how confident you feel with it. Okay. If we can start on when you first had your bad back, how did you injure it and how long had you sort of had it?
But basically I took part in a strongman competition down in Watford, November the 3rd. After the first two events I noticed a little tingle in my back, which weren't a big problem. The third event came up with the deadlifts, for 240 kilo deadlifts. Repetitions. Within the first 3 reps I felt really comfortable. The 4th rep the pain kept coming up, and all of a sudden on the 5th one the actual sharp pain went straight through, right from below my back, right down through down my leg and right down to my foot. So obviously I dropped the weight straight away, and ever since that moment the pain's been really like chronic.
Right, okay, and at that stage then, so if you've got the pain, how did that affect your work and how did it affect home? Well,
I spent 2 days in hospital down in London, then I got referred back to Leicester. I spent 6 weeks more or less bedbound. During that time, obviously I lost my work, I lost all my livings, all my money sort of thing, so I couldn't afford to go work, and even I take my car off the road. So I lost obviously my mobility, and then with 4 children as well, taking the kids to school, just looking after the baby or being able to pick the baby up and feed the baby, it's more or less changed my whole life, to be honest with you.
Okay. And what sort of treatment did you have before you had the IDD? So what were they giving you?
Well, the NHS just kept on throwing a load of, tablets after tablets, painkillers, anti-inflammatories, morphine, paracetamol, and that's all they wanted to do. Just kept throwing tablets at me, saying this will help, but as part of the pain were going, the drugs were taking the pain away, but weren't actually doing the problem itself.
Yeah. So basically you still had the problem?
Yeah, the problem was still there, just that they just kept on throwing drugs at me, and that was it, that was their answer.
Okay, and so when you first came in then, in terms of what we did for you, how did you find your initial assessment and your initial treatment on the IDD?
Well, walking through the door, obviously it's nice and friendly, so I felt more relaxed straight away. Coming straight in, speaking to yourself, and then again set up with the machine, and you explain what actually happened to me. So since the 3rd of November to actually my first visit to come to see you, I actually understood about my actual back pain itself. So that actually understanding about it straight away was, absolutely brilliant. Once we got set up on the machine, and actually I was all strapped in from my pelvis, back support, my pain level was about level 7 or 8, but yet again that could have been, quite high or low with the drug sort of thing.
Yeah.
So after the first session, I've gone home, iced it, as you said, and then after the next session, it dropped down to about 5. So within just one session, the pain ratio went straight back down. Yeah,
and were you still taking the tablets?
Yeah, the second session I was on half the tablets, and obviously the pain went from like 7 or 8 down to 5. Yeah. And then after my second session, it was a 5, but I was drug free. So I've actually come off my tablets. So right, it really helped. And after the 3rd session, like I said, the pain level was like, it's really dropped. I was drug free, but what made it even better, I was actually moving around my house a bit better off crutches.
Yeah.
Helped me move more mobile, and even just picking my baby up off the floor. It just, it changed my life within 3 sessions really.
Okay, and obviously we got Christmas coming up, and you were hopefully going to be a lot better by Christmas. How did this affect you at Christmas in terms of what you could do at Christmas? Yeah. And also how do you feel now that you know what's wrong with your back, you know that the IDD has done what it's done, and how does that make you feel in the future?
Well, basically, mate, Christmas time I was stressing out, and it caused massive stress on the family. Me not be able to do anything, couldn't even have the kids while the missus went out to try and get the kids stuff, and just the old family thing was, I just, if it weren't for my family outside, my missus and the kids, some of the times, without your help, I don't think I would have been there, because the pain was that bad with all the drugs. The baby was crying at night, just turning over to give him a bottle, I couldn't do it. So at Christmas time, I was dreading it. Yeah. I just wanted to take the tablets and just not wake up sometimes. But with your help, Christmas time we're getting better and better. I could have the kids, or 2 of the kids, while Mrs. took the other 2 kids out. Christmas Day come, I'm actually on the floor helping set the toys up. So, it's completely changed my whole Christmas sort of thing.
Yeah, good.
It was absolutely brilliant.
Good. Well, that's it. And what do you think now in terms of the future then? How do you feel? Do you feel more confident?
In terms of the future, strongman-wise, obviously I'll still be scared to approach that just yet, but I'll be back down the gym hopefully in a few months. But if any slight bit of pain that comes back up now, I know for a fact how to go around it with my problems. I can adjust and adapt my training best as I can. Apart from stretching and physio, you've showed me absolutely everything I can need to do, which is more than the hospital's ever done. You know, so I know a lot of things I can go around. Basically, all my mates that are down the gym I train with as well, I'm going to pass everything, all the information across, because this is a bit of a sport. It's quite blind for physio, because you go down to the NHS and the hospitals and doctors and they just want to fob you up with you know, painkillers and stuff like that. Not, you know, don't do this and don't do that. But as far as actual treatment, obviously I'm going to tell them to come straight down here straight away. Okay.
And would you recommend IDD?
Oh yeah, IDD. You know, you've changed my life basically. You've changed not only my life but my kids and my family's. Because without you and this treatment, it's, you know, massive change. Because from not walking and not wanting to be here to actually enjoying my Christmas with my kids and that, you've changed my life around basically.
Good.
I recommend it, like, not just for me, but for mum and dad, because I know their backs are going, and just not for my generation, but for the older generation as well.
I think the thing about the IDD is it doesn't matter how old you are.
Yeah.
You can have it at any age,
yeah.
And it's only what we do every day. We all compress our spines, and the idea is we decompress the spines. You know, hence the reason why your grandparents all say they're smaller at 70 years of age than they are when they're 20 years of age. And it's basically a non-invasive type of treatment, and I, without doubt, mechanically, I think it's a very effective form of treatment. Anyway, well done.
I mean,
Thank you
I
very
really
much.
appreciate it, because you have changed my life a lot, and I can't thank you enough basically. And if my missus was there, she would say the same thing. So I really appreciate it.
No problem.